What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and welcome back to another video guide. In today's video we are going to take a look at Eald'Narche's Lost Chapter LUFENIA fight, but before we do start, like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help the channel guys and I would really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's start this video. Alright guys, so we'll start this off in how to deal with the LUFENIA orb. Now this is a very unique LUFENIA fight where the orb actually starts when the boss uses its special action. Now the special action is going to be, as far as I'm aware, is its recast ability. Now I've only ever managed to see this once happen to me because I actually accidentally stumbled upon a way to cheese this fight. And so on my first attempt where I failed because I tried to actually do this the proper way, it's kind of fuzzy in my memory. So, and I don't really have the time to redo this fight since this video is technically already very late. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below guys if this is wrong, and I will pin your post if it is wrong. But as far as I'm aware, it is going to be the recast ability. Now to increase the orb count is actually pretty straightforward. All you have to do is make sure that the boss's brave is less than 10k. So any character can actually do this. Now if you do have someone that can re-break, make sure that it doesn't, gain its brave back really quickly, I think that will help in this particular fight. Now poison and sap also kind of helps, specifically during the boss's turn when it actually reduces its brave basically. So even if it attacks you, hopefully it doesn't hit that 10k mark. Now it is very unlikely that this will happen, but having those poison and sap, it can still kind of help in some shape, way or form, especially during your turn if you're struggling to reduce its brave. Those poison or sap is going to help you reach that point where you can either break the boss or at least get its brave less than 10,000. Alright guys, so now let's talk about how the fight works. Now the biggest thing here is the boss cannot be delayed as long as it has two allies on the field. So the best way to do this is to use re-breaks for your delay. So again, like Lightning, Gabronth, you can re-break, keep re-breaking as much as you can and kill one of the adds, and then you can delay the boss. This is important because delaying the boss is actually going to be very crucial in your survival, because the boss's recast ability is actually so strong that it can kill you if you don't have synergy characters. I should say, I was about to say super synergy, but synergy characters can survive it as long as they have enough HP. But if you're using characters that are not synergy, it's very likely that you will die unless you have some sort of HP up, like Paladin Cecil. But the thing with Paladin Cecil bringing him along here is, well, the boss absorbs the light element, so it's not very ideal to bring him along. You can probably use him as a call ability, that way you can still get the HP up, and then you basically use it one time and hopefully you can brave shave it enough so that it won't kill you. So that's the biggest thing here. So delay is very crucial, but you have to kill one ad. Now the other ad, try to leave it alone as much as you can. It's gonna be mute a little bit later because we're gonna be talking about how to cheese this fight, but still I think just leave it alone as much as you can until obviously you kill the other ad. Another important thing to note here is the boss is immune to paralysis. However, funnily enough, Ramuh's paralysis actually works here. I'm not sure because it's sort of like a different category or something, but Ramuh's paralysis will work when you summon Ramuh. I believe you get it at level 31 or something of Ramuh. I'm not really sure because I just went straight to level 40. I don't really, you know, wait. I don't really go one by one. So you can leave down in the comments below which level of Ramuh you get the paralysis from. But anyway, once you summon Ramuh when you're level 31 or over, I don't know, mine's level 40. So anyway, you get the paralysis. You can still paralyze this. Now, this is very important because we're going to be talking about this a little bit later with how to cheese this fight. Now, again, the boss is able to absorb 2 elements, which is the light element, which I already mentioned, and the dark element as well. Okay, so how to deal with the fight? So there is a way to cheese this, and that is by using Ramuh as your summon. So the step-by-step of this is basically you need to keep re-breaking the boss as much as you can until the point where it actually doesn't use its recast ability, right? As much as you can re-break the entirety of the enemy's party and try to kill one ad. So one of the bees, just kill one of them, and then you can delay the boss as much as you can. Now this is very, very important because this way it won't actually use its special action to trigger the LUFENIA orb, and that way you don't have to deal with the LUFENIA orb. Even though it's pretty easy to meet the LUFENIA orb counter, you know, if you're not going to deal with it, then that's all nice and dandy, right? And then once you hit that point, you can actually use Ramuh. So the plan is to re-break, delay as much as you can until to the point you can actually use Ramuh as your summon. So you can achieve this quicker if you have any shape, way, or form to use any chase abilities or knockback abilities. Those are the same, but some people call it different ways. But that's one way to increase your summon bar much quicker, right? So that is the idea, basically, to get to the point where you can summon Ramuh. Now this is actually pretty funny because, like I said earlier, Ramuh's paralysis works, and the thing is, the boss itself will try and summon the ads even by accident. If you accidentally kill the other bee along the way, it will keep trying to summon the bees. However, because it is considered paralyzed, it won't be able to do that. So it's stuck on this loop where it tries to keep summoning the ads, but it won't summon. So you should be safe by killing the next ad once you summon Ramuh. And all you have to do is do the delay tactic. And that way, you pretty much cheese the fight. Alright, so now that you know how to cheese this fight, what are the characters to bring? Well, any character that can sort of manipulate the turns is actually really great here. Emperor can delay, Eald'Narche with the terror, Arciela can HP silence so you can stop the recast ability. Onion Knight can do some turn shenanigans. Arnea, which honestly can delay pretty well, and she is going to get her event pretty soon. So, with her LD, it's going to be really great to bring her here. Ramza, Keys, Cloud, Aerith, Squall is, a good way to deal with the bees, but you just have to be a little bit careful with Squall because a lot of his splash damage hits really hard now. You don't want to kill both bees while you still don't have Ramuh up. So that's him. Lightning, Rebreak, of course, and Delay, really great. As long as you don't bring any light or dark element characters, you should be fine. Again, if you can use something like the chase tactic or launch tactic as well, that will help you in getting your Ramuh's summon bar up as soon as possible. Now, as for cold characters, I mean Jack, Onion Knight, Ramza, Hope, Caius, Cloud, even Gabranth is okay to bring here. Debuffs are actually pretty good as long as you have enough space for the Ramuh debuff, because at the moment in global you can only have a maximum of 6 debuffs, so you make sure I mean, if you're bringing Emperor along and then you're using another debuff, make sure you have one little space for that Ramuh summon, and that way you can cheese the fight. Alright, now for party compositions. In this video, you guys are seeing me use Lightning, Cloud, and Aerith with a Jack, Gabronth, and Ramza Cole team. Support is Ramza with the burst, of course. That's just extra damage. Summon, of course, is going to be Ramuh because that's how you're going to cheese this fight. Now basically, Lightning is doing a lot of the re-breaks, and Cloud will be doing some of the delay. Lightning will be doing the delay a little bit later as well. Aerith is basically my Brave battery here, and she's a pretty good Brave battery at this point in time. So it's a great team to use. If you have these three, and the Cole team, again, you can really move the Cole team around in this particular LUFENIA. You don't really need much, but if you do have these three Cole teams, gonna help with your Brave damage overall. Next up is Eald'Narche, of course. I mean, he's the character here being featured. Aerith, Squall. Now, the biggest thing here is putting Celeste on Eald'Narche as his Cole. That way you can take advantage of Terror, and you know they can't attack, so to get a little bit delayed. Jack, obviously still a pretty good Cole. Cloud for a little bit of delay if you need him. Support Ramza again, and Ramuh for the summon. Now the last one I have here is going to be Lightning, Kryle, and Kurasame. Cole here is Jack, and Onion Knight. Basically, Onion Knight again can move a little bit of your team with turn shenanigans, and Lightning again, you know, as long as you have Lightning, I think in this particular case she's gonna be very, very good. Support, I put Onion Knight as well because you might need that extra, you know, movement with your team. Summon again is going to be Ramuh because that's how you're gonna cheese this fight. Alright guys, so we're finally at the end of this video. My final thoughts on this fight, because it's cheesable, flat out easiest LUFENIA. You know, as long as you have Ramuh, you should be fine, and if you can delay the boss enough, you should be fine. Yeah, I just accidentally managed to do it. I wasn't expecting it, but you know, I wanted to use Lightning a little bit because I felt like I wanted to delay, but I couldn't delay. And so I thought, re-break, oh yeah, Lightning can re-break. So there you go. Yeah, just accidentally found it out. So shouldn't be an issue. I actually debated whether to release this video or not, or to actually make this video or not, because it's a cheesable fight. I thought, like, you know, everyone will probably know about it, but at the end of the day, I guess I thought, you know, I'll just release the video anyway, even though it's late already. Again, I do apologize for the late video, guys. Just, you know, work is yeah, making my YouTube career not flourish in any shape, way, or form. So anyway, I guess that's it for this video, guys. Please do remember to click like and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to share this video as well if you have someone struggling, if you want someone to learn about how to cheese this fight. You know, it's in this video, yeah. Anyway, follow me on Twitter and on Facebook at Munchkins Gaming. Leave down in the comments below if you did cheese this fight, let me know. And if you didn't cheese this fight, how did you play this particular fight? How did you play around that mechanic? Because I'm like got destroyed by that recast ability. I don't know how else you can like survive that without using synergy characters. Anyway, that is it. Maybe Porom, but anyway, that is it, guys. This is Munchkins logging off. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next level.